Hi students, welcome to maths class. Here I am Venkatesh. Today we will learn an interesting and important topic from 10th class mathematics, that is polynomials. In the part 2 video, you will learn about how to draw graph of a quadratic polynomial and linear polynomial. In this video, you will learn about how to find a relationship between coefficients and zeros of a polynomial. Next, division algorithm for polynomials. So, relationship between zeros and coefficients of polynomials. Actually, zeros are represented with Greek letters like alpha, beta, gamma. Alpha, beta, gamma. It is pronounced as alpha, beta, gamma. Those are Greek letters which are probably used in mathematics to represent zeros and another signs. So here, first of all, the polynomial is with degree 1 linear polynomial. The general form of linear polynomial is ax plus b. It has a degree 1, that's why at most it has only 1 0. We call it as alpha. What is the relationship between the coefficient of alpha and the coefficients? Here x coefficient is a and b is the constant. The 0 alpha is equal to minus b by a, which means this is equal to minus of constant by coefficient of x term. This is the relationship between the 0 and the coefficient terms in a linear polynomial. Next, quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial. What is the general form of quadratic polynomial? Ax square plus bx plus c. Here the degree of the quadratic polynomial is 2, that's why it has at most 2 zeros denoted with the letters alpha, beta. In the quadratic polynomial, the coefficient of x square term, x term and constant is related with the zeros alpha and beta in a summation. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, that is equal to minus of b means x coefficient by x square coefficient. Next alpha beta, product of the roots. Alpha plus beta is the sum of the roots. Alpha into beta is equal to product of the roots. The product of the roots is related with a relation c by a. Here c means constant and a means x square coefficient, that is equal to constant by x square coefficient. Next, this is the relationship between the zeros of a quadratic polynomial with the coefficients in the quadratic polynomial. Next, cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial. In a cubic polynomial, the general form is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Here the degree of the cubic polynomial is 3, that's why it has at most 4 zeros, alpha, gamma, beta, gamma. So how the zeros of the quadratic polynomial are related with the coefficients? Sum of the zeros alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a. Here minus b means x square coefficient by x cube coefficient, x square coefficient by x cube minus of x square coefficient by x cube coefficient. Next, alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha, which means product and sum of the zeros is equal to C by A. Here C means x coefficient, A means x cube coefficient. X coefficient by x cube coefficient. Next, product of the zeros alpha, beta into gamma is equal to minus d by a, which means here minus d means constant and a means x cube coefficient. Constant by x cube coefficient. In this way, the zeros are related with the coefficient of the variable terms. If alpha comma beta are the zeros of a quadratic polynomial of variable x, then shall we find the quadratic polynomial by using these zeros? Yes. The quadratic polynomial may be like this: x minus alpha into x minus beta. If you multiply x into x, x square, x into minus beta, beta into x, minus alpha into x, minus alpha into x, minus into minus plus alpha into beta, alpha beta, x square. If you take minus x as a common term, alpha plus beta is the sum. So x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. It is the general form when you know alpha beta is the zeros of the variable x quadratic polynomial. By using alpha beta you can construct the quadratic polynomial. If you know product of the roots, sum of the roots, you can easily write the quadratic polynomial. X square minus sum of roots or sum of zeros into x plus product of zeros. This is the general form when you know sum of the zeros and the product of the zeros for a quadratic polynomial. X square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta is the general form when you know the sum of the zeros and the product of the zeros. If the entire expression is multiplied with k, the expression values doesn't change. Either the value of k is equal to 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, whatever it may be, the expression value does not change. Here the given sum is find the zeros of the following polynomials and verify the relationship between zeros and coefficients. Here the given quadratic polynomial expression is in the variable of s. So if you want to find the polynomial zeros, we have a formula. For example, x square plus bx plus c is a quadratic polynomial, then the roots may be like this. Generally roots are related with letter x. X is equal to minus b plus r minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a is the formula to find out the zeros of the quadratic polynomial. Compare with standard form. X square plus bx plus c, a is equal to 4, b is equal to minus 4, c is equal to 1. Then zeros, here the expression is in x, that's why 0 is related with x. Here the expression is in s, so that's why s is equal to minus b plus r minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a is the formula to find out the value of s or zeros. That is equal to minus b, here b value is minus 4 plus r minus square root of b square minus 4 whole square minus 4 into a into c. A is equal to 4 and c is equal to 1 by 2a. 2 into a value is 4 That's right. Minus into minus plus 4 plus r minus square root of minus 4 whole square means 16 minus 4 4s are 16 into 1 16 by 2 4s are 8. 16 minus 16 0, square root of 0 means 0, 4 by 8. 4 table cancels by 1 time, 4 table cancels by 2 times. So the value of s is equal to 1 by 2. Here 4s square minus 4s plus 1 is a quadratic polynomial. Here you got only s is equal to 1 by 2, which means here 1 by 2 comma 1 by 2 are the zeros of the quadratic polynomial. So 1 by 2 is considered as alpha, another 1 by 2 is considered as beta. First of all, verify relationship between zeros and coefficients. First, sum of zeros. That is equal to alpha plus beta is equal to 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 is equal to 1. Here minus of s coefficient by s square coefficient. Actually in formula you wrote minus of x coefficient by x square coefficient, but here the given polynomial is in s, variable s, so that's why minus of s coefficient by s square coefficient, that is equal to minus of s coefficient minus of minus 4 by coefficient 4, minus into minus plus 4 by 4, 4 4 cancels, which is equal to s. So this means sum of zeros is equal to minus of s coefficient by s square coefficient. Next, product of zeros. It is equal to alpha into beta. Alpha into beta, 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, that is equal to 1 by 4. Already we know a relation, constant by s square coefficient, that is equal to constant 1, x square coefficient is 1 by 4. By this, product of zeros is equal to constant by s square coefficient. So in this way we can do this problem. In exercise 3.3, second question is find the quadratic polynomial in each case with the given numbers as the sum and product of its zeros respectively. So here the sum of the zeros and the product of the zeros are given. The solution for this is given. Sum of zeros alpha plus beta is equal to root 2. Product of zeros alpha beta is equal to 1 by 3. We know x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta is the general form of quadratic polynomial with zeros alpha comma beta. Already given alpha plus beta value is root 2 into x plus alpha into beta is also given, 1 by root 3 is the required polynomial. And one more thing, if the entire expression is multiplied with k, the value is not changed. Here k is equal to 3, the equation turns into 3 into x square minus root 2 into x plus 1 by root 3, that is equal to 3 into x square, 3x square, 3 into root 2 minus 3 root 2x plus 3 into 1 by 3, that is equal to 3x square minus 3 root 2x plus 1 is the required polynomial. Therefore, the required polynomial is 3x square minus 3 root 2x plus 1. Here it is the solution. 1 by 2. Find the quadratic polynomials for the zeros alpha comma beta given in each case. In 4, 1 by 2 comma 3 by 2 are the quadratic polynomial zeros. Solution. Given alpha is equal to 1 by 2, beta is equal to 3 by 2. If you want to write the quadratic polynomial, we need to find sum of the zeros, that is equal to 1 by 2 plus 3 by 2, that is equal to, the LCM is 2, 1 plus 3, that is equal to 4 by 2, that is equal to, in second table 4 is cancels by 2 times 2. Product of zeros, that is equal to 1 by 2 into 3 by 2, that is equal to 3 ones are 3 by 2 twos are 4. So alpha beta is equal to 3 by 4. We know the quadratic polynomial be k into x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. By introducing the values of alpha plus beta and alpha beta, k into x square minus 2 into x plus 3 by 4. Here k is equal to 4, because if you want to cancel 4, you must take k is equal to 4, because k is any number you can take. K in 4 into x square minus 2x plus 3 by 4, which is equal to 4x square, 4 into 2 minus 8x, 4 into 3 by 4, 4 cancels, plus 3. Therefore, the required polynomial is 4x square minus 8x plus 3 with the zeros of 1 by 2 comma 3 by 2. Here it is the solution. From exercise 3.3, the fourth question is, verify that 1 comma minus 1 and minus 3 are the zeros of the cubic polynomial x cube plus 3x square minus x minus 3, and check the relationship between zeros and coefficients. So first of all, we need to verify the given zeros are the zeros of exactly this expression or not. Once think with the common sense, here check the relationship between zeros and the coefficients, which means the given numbers are exactly zeros of this expression, but for the problem purpose we need to verify. Solution for this given polynomial, take it as a f of x, which is equal to x cube plus 3x square minus x minus 3. Compare with general form. Compare with ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. From comparison with the two, a is equal to 1, b is equal to 3, c is equal to x coefficient minus 1, d constant is minus 3. We need to verify that, which means f of 1, what will happen if f of 1 in this expression gives 0, that is a 0 of the polynomial. So 1 cube plus 3 into 1 square minus 1 minus 3. 1 cube 1, 3 into 1 square means 3 minus 1 minus 3. 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. F of 1 is equal to 0, then 1 is a 0 of this polynomial. Next, f of minus 1 what will happen? Minus 1 whole cube plus 3 into minus 1 square minus of minus 1 minus 3, that is equal to minus 1 whole cube is minus 1 plus 3 into minus 1 whole square means 1 minus into minus plus 1 minus 3, that is equal to 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. Minus 1 minus 3 minus 4, 3 ones are 3 plus 1 4, 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. F of minus 1 is satisfying as a 0 as the answer, then minus 1 is a 0 of this polynomial. Next, f of minus 3, which is equal to minus 3 whole cube plus 3 into minus 3 whole square minus of minus 3 minus 3, that is equal to minus 3 whole cube minus 27 plus 3 into minus 3 whole square is 9 minus into minus plus 3 minus 3 plus 3 minus 3 cancels, minus 27, 3 9s are plus 27, which is equal to 0. From this above, f of 1 gives 0 as answer, f of minus 1 gives 0 as answer, f of minus 3 gives 0 as answer. Therefore, 1 comma minus 1 comma minus 3 are the zeros of f of x. Next, we need to check the relationship between zeros and the coefficients. Here, these are the zeros, then alpha is equal to 1, beta is equal to minus 1, gamma is equal to minus 3. We know a relation, sum of the zeros alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to 1 plus minus 1 plus minus 3, that is equal to 1 minus 1 cancels, minus 3. Find out minus of x square coefficient by x cube coefficient, that is equal to x square coefficient in general form is minus b by a, that is equal to minus of 3 by 1, that is equal to minus 3. You can understand alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus of x square coefficient by x cube coefficient. Here write sum of the zeros is equal to minus of x square coefficient by x cube coefficient. Next, sum and the product of zeros alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha, that is equal to alpha is equal to 1 into minus 1 plus minus 1 into minus 3 plus minus 3 into 1, because alpha is equal to 1. 1 1s are minus 1, 1 3s are 3, minus into minus plus 3 plus into minus minus, minus into plus minus minus 3 plus 3 minus 3 cancels, that is equal to minus 1. So find out x coefficient by x cube coefficient, that is equal to c by a, that is equal to c value is minus 1, a value is 1, minus 1 by 1 is equal to 1, minus 1. So alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to x coefficient by x cube coefficient. Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to x coefficient, x square coefficient by x coefficient by x cube coefficient. Next, product of zeros alpha beta gamma is equal to 1 into minus 1 into minus 3, that is equal to 1 1s are 1, 1 3s are 3, minus into minus plus, plus into plus 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 3. We know a relation constant by x cube coefficient, minus into constant by x cube coefficient, that is equal to minus of constant is minus 3 by x cube coefficient is 1, minus into minus plus 3. So alpha into beta into gamma is equal to minus of constant by x cube coefficient. Do you understand? Sum of the zeros is related with this x minus of x square coefficient by x cube coefficient. Product and sum of the zeros is related with x coefficient by x cube coefficient, and product of zeros is related with minus of constant by x cube coefficient. Next concept is division algorithm for polynomials. Already we know a division, for example 31 divided by 6. In 6th table, how many times you get 31? 6th table you get 5 times 30. 31 minus 30, what will you do when you subtract? Signs will be changed. 31 minus 30 gives 1. Parts of a division. Here 6 is called as divisor and 31 is called as dividend and 5 is called as quotient, and the remaining part is called as remainder. So what is the division algorithm in the category of Euclid? Division algorithm is dividend part is equal to the divisor into quotient plus remainder. You can check. Divisor how much? 6 into quotient how much? 5 plus 1. 6 5s are 30 plus 1, that is equal to 31. Dividend is equal to 31. Here dividend is equal to 31. So you can apply the same rule for polynomials also. If p of x comma g of x are two polynomials with g of x is not equal to 0, we can easily find the q of x and r of x. Here by using the division algorithm, dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. In the same way, here p of x is the dividend is equal to g of x is the divisor into q of x is the quotient plus r of x is the remainder. Here the division algorithm is in Euclid is useful for numbers. Here it is useful for polynomials. Here p of x degree, q of x degree, g of x degree are mainly important. If the degree of r of x is equal to 0, or maybe degree of r of x is less than g of x, sometimes the value of r of x equal to 0. In this case, if the value of r of x is equal to 0, here the dividend is perfectly divisible by divisor. Here the dividend polynomial, which means p of x is perfectly divisible by g of x. In this case, r of x is equal to 0. In this case, g of x is called as a factor of p of x or divisor of p of x. In this case, g of x completely divides p of x by leaving 0 as a remainder. From exercise 3.4, first question is divide the polynomial p of x by the polynomial g of x and find the quotient and remainder in each case. Here p of x is taken as a dividend, g of x is taken as a divisor. We will do this in the following way. Solution. First of all, once observe the given polynomial is in standard form or not. Standard form means all the terms in a polynomial are arranged in a descending order of degree or not. In the g of x also, here the all given terms in a polynomial is arranged in the descending order of the degree. here also descending order of the degree. So that's why no need to arrange these terms, we can take this as it is. Otherwise we need to arrange these terms. For example, x power 4 minus x cube x square plus like this the polynomial is given means, first of all we take the x power 4 term, then after we take the x cube term, then after we take the x square term. This is called the standard form, because the polynomial each term is in the descending order of the degree. Here no need, so that's why take as it is as a divisor. X cube minus 3x square plus 5x minus 3. Then take this as a divisor, x square minus 2. So for what value of x square term gives x cube term? For this simply take the highest degree term, first highest degree term in the divisor, in the dividend is the highest degree term. Next from divisor, what is the highest degree term? X square is the highest degree term. So divide x cube by x square term. So you will get x square term is cancels x cube term by x times, or if you have doubt means x cube, write x into x by x square, x into x cancels, that is x. For getting of x cube term, you should multiply the divisor with x. Then the first term of coefficient is x. X into x square gives x cube. X into minus 2 gives minus 2x. While doing subtraction, the signs of the value you got will be changed. Here x cube sign is plus, it will be changed as minus. Here minus 2x sign is minus, so it will be changed as a positive. So plus x cube minus x cube on subtracting, so the value is 0. Next x cube x square term, here x term is only there, so write the entire term in a standard form, minus 3x square. Next plus 5x plus 2x totally gives plus 7x minus 3. Then take the highest degree term in this expression, that is minus 3x square. Divide this with the highest degree term from the divisor, that is x square. So x square cancel, that is minus 3. So you should multiply the term with minus 3 from the, then you should multiply minus 3 with the divisor, you will get minus 3x square. Minus 3 into x square, minus 3x square, minus 3 into minus 2, minus into minus plus 6. On subtracting, the signs are changed. So minus becomes plus, plus becomes minus. Minus 3x square plus 3x square cancels, and 7x, there is no 7x. Next minus 3 minus 6 totally gives minus 9. If you take this term, you cannot divisible with the x square, because at the end you have to observe the x square degree is 2, remainder degree is 1. If remainder degree is less than the g of x, this is the remainder, then 7x minus 9 is the remainder and x minus 3 is the quotient. Therefore quotient q of x is equal to x minus 3, remainder r of x is equal to 7x minus 9. In this way we can divide the given polynomial with another polynomial. From exercise 3.4, the third sum is obtain all the other zeros of 3x power 4 plus 6x cubed minus 2x square minus 10x minus 5 if two of its zeros are root of 5 by 3 and minus root of 5 by 3. Solution for this given polynomial. Given polynomial, that is 3x power 4 plus 6x cube minus 2x square minus 10x minus 5. Comparing with standard form. Ax power 4 plus bx square x cube plus cx square plus dx plus e. While comparing with the standard form, a is equal to 3, b is equal to 6, c is equal to minus 2, d is equal to minus 10, e is equal to minus 5. Given zeros, square root of 5 by 3 and minus square root of 5 by 3. Here the polynomial having degree 4, which means it has at most 4 zeros. The remaining zeros be alpha and beta. We know a relation, sum of zeros is equal to minus b by a, which means if we add square root of 5 by 3 plus minus square root of 5 by 3 plus alpha plus beta gives minus b by a. Minus b means minus 6 by 3. Third table cancels in 6 by minus 2 times. Plus of root 5 by 3 minus root 5 by 3 cancels. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus 2. Next, we know another relation, product of zeros. Is equal to e by a, square root 5 by 3 into minus square root 5 by 3 into alpha into beta, that is equal to e by a. E value is minus 5 by a value is 3. Root 5 by 3 into root 5 by 3 becomes 5 by 3 plus into minus minus alpha into beta, that is equal to minus 5 by 3. Minus 5 by 3 minus 5 by 3 cancels by 1 times. Alpha into beta is equal to 1. We know alpha minus beta whole square is equal to alpha plus beta whole square minus 4 alpha beta. Just like algebraic equation, a minus b whole square is equal to a plus b whole square minus 4ab, like this. Alpha minus beta whole square is equal to alpha plus beta, already you know that value, alpha plus beta is equal to minus 2 whole square minus 4 into alpha beta value is minus 2 whole square is 4 minus 4, that is equal to 0. From this, alpha minus beta whole square is equal to 0, alpha minus beta is equal to 0. If you take this expression as a 1, this expression as a 2, this expression as a 3, add equation 1 plus equation 3. Alpha plus beta is equal to minus 2, alpha minus beta is equal to 0. On adding, beta minus beta cancels. 2 alpha is equal to minus 2, alpha is equal to minus 2 by 2, that is equal to minus 1. Alpha is equal to minus 1. Next, introduce alpha is equal to minus 1 in equation 1. minus 1 plus beta is equal to minus 2. Beta is equal to minus 2 plus 1, because minus 1 if you transpose 10 of time becomes as plus 1. Beta is equal to minus 1. Therefore minus 1 comma minus 1 are remaining zeros. Therefore minus 1 and minus 1 are remaining zeros.